I would say that I did not just want to be idle at home because, fresh out of school, clueless in a way, because number one, the course I studied is not like a professional course in that sense. So it's more like, oh, you can use it to work anywhere, but then where? So I was like, okay, instead of just staying back at home and just doing nothing while waiting for service, why not pick up a new skill? Hi, my name is Oluwanifemi Dorothy Oyebisi, and I am a recent graduate of the University of Lagos. And I think that's pretty much. So I studied English, but it did not really feel so professional. It's not like a professional course in its sense. So I thought that, okay, instead of just waiting at home and just doing nothing, why not pick up a new skill, something that interests me, something I like doing, and yeah, that's what I did. The Lumilearn course that I was interested in is video editing. I was interested in video editing because it involves storytelling, and if there's something I think I learned and I enjoy doing during my course of study is storytelling. So why not make the storytelling visual? And it made me interested in video editing, and I've seen videos that are very interesting. I see how movies are made. I see podcast videos and many creative videos out there, and I'm like, I want to do something like this, and that made me interested in video editing. I have encountered one or two challenges that made me question my decisions. So I think the part of having to process so many information at once was a lot for me, because I was like, okay, can we slow down? I want to let me understand this before we move on to the next. But it seems like every other person is getting it, and I'm like, I think I'm the problem. But along the line, I was able to just calm down and check my notes, go back to it and revise, practice, and I was able to, follow the class all through. But initially, it was more of I was taking too much information at once. And that was like a big challenge for me, because I was now seeing it as, would I ever be able to do this? Would I actually get this at any point? Because it seems like it's going to be impossible, but the impossible is seeming possible now. I first heard about Lumilearn on Instagram. I was just scrolling through Instagram like I normally do, and I saw the ad. At first, I did not take it seriously because I've seen so many ads, or learn this course and this. And at the end of the day, when you join, you see share to 50 people before you can. So I was skeptical at first, but I was like, okay, what's there? What am I going to lose? Nothing. So I decided to just click on the link and register. What I was hoping Lumilearn will solve for me was, I wouldn't say it's a problem per se. I was looking forward to being a pro, and when I say pro, like your work is outstanding. You're not just making videos, because there are a lot of video editors outside. So I was hoping or looking forward to Lumilearn making me different. Why am I different from other video editors, and why should a client pick me? Why should they choose my work? And yeah, that was what I was hoping. So I was nervous before I started my Lumilearn journey because of the interface of the software we are learning, that's Premiere Pro. And when I downloaded it and installed it, I was confused. I was like, this is not like other video editing apps. You find your way in other apps, just do this one and this one, something will come up. But this one, I was confused, and then I was like, wow. And when the teaching started, I was more nervous, because I was like, this takes a lot of creativity. It takes a lot of work, because you have to build everything from scratch. There's no templates anywhere. You have to come up with ideas yourself to make things work. And I was like, can I do this? Am I that creative? And yeah, it was a lot, but I think I'm getting better. The most fun aspects of learning for me has been interacting with the tutor. I'm not so outspoken. right? And in classes generally, I'm not one to speak or ask questions. I just dive my questions. I don't want anybody to hear my voice because I just feel, I don't know what I feel, but it feels somehow to ask questions in class or engage in class. But I've been engaging. The tutor has been very nice, and she doesn't make you feel like you're asking weird questions or you're supposed to know this now. She doesn't give up that vibe. And so, I mean, that has been great help for me, honestly. As a recent graduate, I've seen that, okay, you are not really limited to, your course of study. As a result of this course I'm currently taking with Lumilearn, I've seen how that I have like great possibilities to actually do well in the labor market because video editing, for one, is not a skill that is ordinary because it takes a lot of thinking, it takes a lot of creativity, it takes a lot of hard work, if you ask me. I mean, hard work, actual hard work. So it has really changed my perspective that, oh, you don't really have to be limited to whatever course of study you studied in school. I mean, while that will give you an edge, but you are not limited. Okay, what I plan to do with this skill I've gotten is to be out there, really, because I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but I really want to be someone that is very good at what she does. So my plan really is to upskill more. Beyond Lumilearn, I should build myself much more with this, with the knowledge that I've gotten. I mean, without this knowledge, I would not be able to build myself continually. So to build myself more and just become outstanding at what I do. I would definitely recommend this course to someone else because it is, like I mentioned earlier, it is very different from many other courses that I've seen online, and it is interactive, it is engaging, and you would learn, like actually learn. You're not just going to have the knowledge, you are going to be taxed. I mean, when they started giving us assignments, so my assignment, I'm like, Jesus, how am I going to do this? And I end up doing it. I mean, and I'm usually surprised. And also, I would definitely recommend this course to anyone that is interested because you are going to learn, like by fire by force. Anyhow, you shall learn. If someone is on the fence about using Lumilearn, I would tell them to jump down from the fence because Lumilearn is a safe space. Like I've mentioned before, the tutor doesn't make you seem like you are dumb, quote unquote, because you asked the question. She's going to treat the question like you should ask the question, something like that. So you shouldn't be on the fence because you're just wasting your time on the fence. Just jump down from the fence and pick Lumilearn. Just go straight. Like you don't need anybody to convince you much.